Welcome to Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy! Ahoy! Aye! Oh, for Ada Guam, hear that I come alive. From 𝗏𝗧𝗧𝗬 Cove, we sailing for what's right. Captain 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 keep the compass true. Andrea on the map, Guam directory coming through. Tigs with the signal, save our startup loud. 𝗥𝗘𝗧𝗏 on deck, AMC proud. Leaning close, let the real talk run. 𝗥𝗘𝗖𝗘𝗏𝗧, everybody has one. No wish on this ship, no fear in our eyes. Raise the sails to the truth, watch the whole place rise. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy, ahoy, sing it unfiltered. Guam sauce for true seeker, yeah, we deliver. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Everybody now, Guam Unfiltered. They do to Santa Rita, in Alohan too, Talo'fo'fo in the reading. This one's for you, Don Farrell in the room, Charlie Hermosa near. We ask real questions, make it crystal clear. Tenorio Calvo Ada, Camacho names in the race. No banners on this deck, just truth to face. Independent pirate party, stand firm, stand tall. Continue to continue, answer the call. Clap, clap, lean in close, let the real talk run. 𝗥𝗘𝗖𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, everybody has one. No hush on the ship, no fear in our eyes. Raise the sails to the truth, watch the whole place rise. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy, sing it, don't filter it. Guam sauce for true seekers, yeah, we deliver it. Guam Unfiltered. Everybody now, Unfiltered. White ladies bridge when the night wind blow. Truth don't scare when the truth must show. Chief 𝗥𝗘𝗧𝗏 and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, strength we carry on. Sarina in the tide sing, Guam sing along. Continue to continue. Independent pirate party. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy, sing it, don't filter it. Guam sauce for true seekers, yeah, we deliver it. Tune into Hafa Hour Guam. Time to go.
A few moments later.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Each story is told in a different way. Sometimes I hear the same birds singing from past weeks, telling of their adventures since last seeing each other.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 𝗏𝗧𝗧𝗬 Cove in beautiful 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Guam, USA. This is episode 29, season 2. Today's date is February 8th, 2026. Ding, my buddy here, is going to be with us today. And Dr. Akimoto,
Hafa day!
that famous mofo, he's here with us too.
I got some great clothes from the gift shop.
Well, first we got to say happy birthday to his son Roland.
Yeah.
Today, February 8th, is his birthday.
He's in church right now.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Roland.
Roland. He called me, but he said he's in church. He's coming over. Yeah.
Okay, Doc, this is a new shirt here.
Wow. This is electric.
This shirt I made when I got my hips replaced in Hawaii, and I made a rerun recently for Dr. Cass Nakasone.
We're tracking you down, Dr. Nakasone. We're gonna get you your shirt, but you can come down.
So my hips glow in the dark.
Oh.
And it's got the doc's name right there for him.
Yeah.
Let's see what else you got there.
We're gonna bring him down. Oh, I don't know what this is, but
This is a short sarong,
Ooh.
tie around for girls to wear to the beach or whatever.
Or guys.
It's got a strap here. You know, guys could wear this, so Samoans all wear it.
Yeah. Or Josh. We got here.
Well, that's the same, only it's a tank top for that hip replacement shirt. You know?
Titanium.
This sold out within a few months after we got it here.
Wow.
And some people, they're from Hawaii, so they like the Hawaii logo.
And yeah, Dr. Nakasone, if you're listening.
Yeah, that's another one. This is a maroon.
We love you. We can't find you, but we love you. Can you answer your phone? We've been calling him in Hawaii. Jeff wants to bring you to Guam.
Yeah, he loves to fish, Dr. Nakasone.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about fishing today, so it's
He's
wonderful.
Like the hip replacement expert. He says sarongs.
So something must be
Different
sarong with
Pirates
you.
Cove sarong. Yeah.
Beautiful.
If you don't have this, something
Sarong
sarong
with you. Yes. He just, that never gets old, Jeff. I love that joke.
Okay, show me the hat. Okay,
no,
these are bandanas.
Yeah, no, I'm wearing one of my favorite
You're
bandanas
pretty fast,
tonight.
buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited about all our guests. And look, the governor's here. Okay, folks got to pay attention. Here you go, sir. Yeah, I know you want to.
Charlie, come over here and get me a seat.
Yeah. I'm not good at
Charlie,
this.
say hi to Ding. This is Charlie Hermosa, our next governor.
Yeah, very popular guy.
Very popular. So we got some embroidered hats.
Ooh.
We just got in fishing hats for you.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm
And
terrible at this.
huge selection, 30% off. Don't forget, we're harvesting Mo gold pretty soon, and we have some more of this in stock. So
Wait, let's do the
beautiful
books.
golden honey from Mo. There it is.
Sorry. Hey, we talk about these books.
Don Farrow's books we have. This is The Brief History of Guam, Seabees and Superfood to the War, and The Liberation of Guam, 1944.
Perfect segue, because the liberation of Guam was in 1945, which I guess into 46. So this would be I can't do the calculation, but about 80 years ago, maybe more. Guam was liberated from Japanese occupation, brutal occupation, and many atrocities. And the people of Guam, much like, unfortunately, people around the world now, suffered the horrors of war. There's nothing glorious about war. There's nothing glorious about civilians being caught in the crossfires of warfare. So afterwards, we needed to rebuild this island. And we needed to build homes, schools, shelter, waterways. We needed to create infrastructure so that this island could rise up. And Jeff, you have often told me about the friends you made over the years, and then Jeff's Pirates Cove really being an important meeting and gathering place for families of people that helped Guam through that time, help rebuild this island, and then they built their own families here. And could you tell us a little bit about our guest here, Ding, because you know him so well?
Yes. This is Ding Quimbao. He came to Guam as a young man. He's a premium fisherman out here for many years, and he's going to tell you himself. So, what brought you to Guam? You came to Guam working for the Air Force Base, right?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I repair office machine, typewriter, adding machine, calculator, cash register, all those machines.
And so this was in 1952?
1952.
You came to Guam in 1952, and while many of your kababayan are construction, they're building the road, they're building the buildings, you are in the building, in the office building in the Air Force, Anderson Air Force Base?
Yeah,
or?
Army and Air Force.
So then NCS, up in Barragata.
No,
No.
That's BPM.
BPM.
Us, we are in Jigo.
Oh, yeah. So
Camp Marbo.
Camp Marbo, a name that maybe not people have heard before. So we're going down history lane with Ding, and he as a young man coming from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Where in the Philippines are you from?
Pampanga.
Pampanga. And back then, Pampanga is all rice field.
Yeah, where the Clark Air Base is.
But it's farms, right? It's
Yeah.
it's green. But now Pampanga is buildings and
Oh, yeah,
homes.
very.
So just like Guam, the Philippines transformed after the war. But you came here, and essentially, like our producer, like Tiggs over in London, you are involved in machines.
Yeah.
Machines that involve data, information. So the precursor of the computers that we have today. So you worked with IBM machine,
Yeah.
IBM machine, Underwood typewriters, different brands that some people might still remember. But
But your skill sets would be useful still right now, because in Gov Guam we're still using the same systems.
we're
That
still
we-
using the same machines.
That you worked on.
Yeah,
using
you worked on.
Guam.
You,
So behind.
you would see, you're like, oh, I know.
He could run tax and revenue.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You know,
revenue
and
tax.
You are probably the only one on island can fix the problem right now, because nobody, it's like when we had the ships, our ships used to be steam engine. Then they went to
Gas turbine.
diesel and gas turbine, and nobody had the old skill of being able to fix the steam, because that wasn't part of it. So, but we still have steam ships out there, and so your skill sets right now, if you were to go into Gov Guam and be like, oh, you're still using the typewriter, which we still do. We're still using, there's some agencies that are still using typewriters.
I believe it. I mean, the worst thing up there, when you make a copy, you can't read it. And you've got to make copies of that copy. So Ding, you met your wife here?
Yeah.
When was that? What year?
1954.
Wow.
1954.
They got store over here in Yipan.
Right.
So we came over there and, just to drink. And so I met, she's 15 years old.
15 years old.
So when I met her, but we get married, she's 18 years old.
Oh, that's a good man. You're a good
Yeah.
man.
And she's from Ipan? She's from Ipan? She's from...
From Inalan.
Oh,
They are from
oh.
Inalan.
From Inalahan?
In that Lahad.
Inalan.
Paulino?
And her name is Paulino. Her family is Paulino.
Yeah, Paulinos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
There's a lot of your family, they're listening already. They were calling me before I got here. I guess they know you're on the show. And so shout out to the Paulino and 𝗀𝗏𝗏 family who are not en masse already. But this is a really amazing thing to be able to have you here. I've read stories about you in the newspaper because your family is famous for founding the Paulino store in Talo'fo'fo, right? And it's been there for more than 70 years. Now, so there's so many stories about you, and I think your family was a little bit worried about what we might talk about. And honestly, we want to talk about your fishing platforms. Can you just put up your hands and show us your hands? Just show it like this, if you don't mind. Put your hands up. So with these hands, you built the wooden fishing platforms that we have,
Yeah,
or that Jeff has in the channel here.
yeah.
And Jeff claims that you have to rebuild them regularly because they're the current and the water.
Because every typhoon came down, so I built it.
With your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even right now, last night, something happened. He has to rebuild now, right? Today, that thing's down, right? Your platform. So I figure 1957,
Yeah.
you stopped building the platform?
Yeah, 1957.
First time you built a platform in the channel here in, what is
Yeah,
that?
no,
Tokcha River?
no,
Tokcha
no,
River?
no Pirates Cove yet that time.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
No pirates.
No.
You
no
were
Pirates
here
Cove.
before the pirates.
So, but the Japanese is there.
The Japanese are here.
Oh.
Yokoi was watching you.
The pillbox.
The first time you built it, Yokoi built you
Yeah.
was still in the woods.
The pillbox was there.
Yes, this was 7 years after the war. You
It's-
built your first platform.
Yeah.
So in 1 year, how many times that thing can go away? 3 times? Rebuild it?
No, I tell you the story how why I built that stand. So we are using, because that time there is no running rail.
Right.
We use the bottle or the can, that line,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, the Coke bottle?
Yeah, you just roll it up.
On the fishing
roll
line.
the line.
What's your favorite bottle? Is it San Miguel
Like
or
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola is good, right? Because it's got notches,
Yeah, so
shaped like a woman's body.
yeah, so we just let it go. So you know, me and my friend fishing. So when I hook a fish, you got to hold the bottle there and
You gotta
With
pull.
your hand.
holding it right.
With your hand.
Yeah.
Isn't
yeah.
it burning your hand?
Yeah, yeah. So then my friend said, Ding, hurry up because the shark is coming. Yeah, so, and then, okay. Then when the fish is closed, the shark is close there too. So I got to
Chase the shark away.
Yeah, we got to chase, right? Then, but there is a rock over there. I come up on the rock, you know, so up near the water. And then I keep on doing like this, and then I fell down. Yeah, but,
This story's gonna end soon.
but the fish, when I let it go, he didn't run away. He hid on the rock.
The fish was
The
scared
fish
too.
stayed with you,
Yeah,
and the
so
shark's over there.
So the shark just keep going, you know, waiting for the fish to come out and get it. So,
And there's fishes going.
so that's
No.
the time he said, okay, I'll be the stand. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
That's how it
why.
came about.
Get above the
So
water.
we just
right.
stand in the water and fish.
Whoa, that's a
And
metaphor
when
for the
the
government of
shark
Guam. If
start
I've ever
coming,
heard
so
one.
that's
When
the
you are
time I
threatened
build
by
the stand.
shark, you build a stand. You don't give up. You don't make excuses. You don't stop fishing.
No,
you
built
could have
it-
quit
no, you built it-
fishing.
You created an infrastructure.
Oh.
Right? That's
Yeah.
what he did. He created an infrastructure to be
Yeah.
able to do what he needs to do.
And
You guys are talking about fish. I'm more interested, you know, with the tech side.
Okay.
You know, because he took care of we are probably still using the same typewriters
AS400.
when you did in 1956.
Yeah, he started the AS400 in 1957.
I
Thank you, Dave.
1957. I
1957.
got married 1956.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I think UOG is still using it in their
I
finance
want to hire
office.
you because you're probably the only one
Back
that
home in
knows.
the Philippines, I don't know how to fish. So
You were a city boy.
Yeah.
So
You were,
I-
you were an intellectual elite.
So there is another Filipino over here married too. So he's the one 1 year before me he came here. So he start fishing. So he said he's fishing. Oh, he's the one who take me in fishing first. So
Wow.
since that time.
That's great. For
Till
you.
now, I never stopped.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Okay, so let's just refresh the viewers because I know they're very interested in you now, as we are. And so, Ding, you came here in 1956, and you were a man. If we had given you a fish, we could feed you for a day. But instead, we taught you how to fish, and now you fished ever since. But this is the question I'm pretty sure on the minds of all the single women out there. They are wondering, how old are you? And are you
Now?
married?
Now, oh,
Yes,
when I
sir.
get married,
No, how old are you right now, today?
96.
Ah, congratulations.
96.
Oh, that's
Wow.
Yeah, you know, if you in 4 more years we will celebrate your centennial.
I hope
and then,
so.
then you can get a nice plaque from the new governor or lieutenant governor of Guam. But we'll talk to them later about it. Maybe they can lower the age just for you.
He's happy to wait.
Okay.
He wants
Well,
to
and
make
you
it,
look,
you know?
you'll make it anyway. So
Yes, yes.
God willing, right? But you know, you're still fishing.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a little.
Every day I fish.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
But
Because
apparently, sir, there was a.
this is what I do. At 6 o'clock in the morning, I get up, clean the yard. You know,
Good
clean
man.
the yard. And then after that, I check my garden. You know, I'm still planting.
In Talo'fo'fo,
Yeah.
up in Talo'fo'fo.
Yeah,
in the
over there,
village.
Ipan.
Oh, you're in Ipan
He's
now.
close
Yeah,
to me
where
up
the
here.
church is,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
yeah, that's my place there.
Yes. Your family built the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the place where Yeah, I still have my garden there. Planting tomato, eggplant, things like that. So
You see?
after that, no more to do. So I get my running reel and go
Sustainable.
fishing.
Great living, great living.
Up to Meriso. I go up to Meriso.
So
Because
we
right
used-
now, you cannot hardly fish over here. It's rough. So in Meriso, in Arahan place, it's kind of calm. So that's where we go fishing.
There have been many.
Yeah, it's kind of rough now and
Yeah. There's been many people die here.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
drown.
the channel,
Yes.
Oh yeah,
pretty get drowned over here.
Yeah.
pretty rough.
In fact, didn't you
Yeah.
rescue some people before from drowning? You rescue some people before from drowning in the channel. Is that true? And also, one time, I think Jeff rescued you from the channel also because your family was wondering where are you when there's a tsunami. Is that correct?
No.
No, well,
Okay, tell the story.
okay. I helped him. He needed help. You know, we rescued him one time over there.
Okay, it
Because the
happens.
weather really got rough.
Yes.
But I keep an eye on him because, you know,
Yeah.
he's my man, right?
Right.
I watch him from my binocular when he's out there. And he is the most productive fisherman. He catches more fish. You see the government platforms out
Yes,
there?
yes.
They don't catch near as many fish as he.
His wooden platform, handmade.
Well, he knows where to put the platform,
That's the
which
other
is important, right? And then he knows what kind of bait you use different times, right?
Yes.
So like right now, what kind of fish are you doing here? Any?
Well, right now, I use bread.
Bread. Herman's Bakery bread or
Guam bakery bread.
Guam Bakery bread. Our new sponsor, Guam Bakery bread.
The fish,
But-
catch the fish if you get by.
But the best bait we use here is the seaweed, the green one.
The green seaweed.
But 2 years now, never grow here.
Oh,
But before, every year, we got that, we call it lumut, right?
Lumut,
The
yeah.
green one.
In the ocean.
That's the best bait over here.
The lumut from the jungle or the lumut from the ocean?
The ocean.
The lumut from the ocean.
Yeah, in the ocean. Right there where,
Yeah.
you know, where the river out,
Yeah.
right there.
But ever since Mawar, no lumut.
No,
2 years.
2 years now.
Yeah. But maybe it's coming.
and,
So,
and
sorry.
say, what kind of fish are you catching? What kind of fish?
Oh, we call what do you call it? They call it ugupo,
Agupo,
kitchu,
Ketchu,
sejun,
Sejun,
tataga,
Tataga,
guili.
Willy, 𝗬𝗫𝗀𝗃.
All those.
Those are all your
And the
fish.
bread,
All
the
those are
mullet.
eating
All
the
you
lumut.
fishermen out there.
So why can't we do more fishing? What is it that I had a conversation that this past week with somebody says, we don't fish anymore and there's reasons why we don't, but it's not a lack of fish.
No, it's a lack of energy. This guy works hard at
Yes.
what he does. Even when that platform blows
We
down,
still got lots of fish here,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
most
saying.
people they don't. But I know how to catch them.
And you're willing to
he
work.
has the knowledge,
Yeah.
But
okay?
it's not just fishing. You got to know.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And you got to work.
And
Yeah.
that's the part that we've lost. One is the interest, right, to build the community that wants to go out and fish. Number two, we have the fish, so being able to sustain ourselves with the food, food sustainability, it's right there. I think and he has a garden.
Did you see the picture of all the
Thank you,
fish he
brother.
caught,
That was beautiful.
Charlie?
That was your homily for
The
today.
tataka a couple of weeks ago that he caught. Did you see that picture?
Oh,
Oh, the
yeah,
one
yeah,
that-
yeah,
the
yeah.
one-
It
yeah.
was
The one he has
circulating.
on the porch
Right.
of his house.
That was-
He caught that right here.
There's a famous, if we can get.
Did you see that on
Yeah, and
Facebook?
everybody in the States was going berserkers because that's a good catch.
Yeah.
Anytime.
That's like 1,000 pounds
That's
of fish.
2026 catch, right? And this
That's
is
10
the young
times his
man.
weight.
That's right. They will fish way more than him. Ding, your family was a little nervous you coming on the show. I guess apparently they think you're a little bit of a chatterbox once you get going, but I find you to be a fine young man, and I think you have a bright future ahead of you. We really thank you for coming on our show. It's a beautiful moment. I don't think we've ever had this much of an education in fishing ever on this
No,
show.
and the energy. You have great energy. You have very great energy. You have very strong energy. You have great energy.
What's that?
Energy.
Energy.
You have good energy. You have good heart.
Candid. You're candid. Your light is shining.
Yeah.
Bright.
Got some rough ears, but he's got a lot of
Yeah.
energy. you
Yeah.
know? No problem on that. So, Ding, is there anything you would like to say?
Say to the people. Hi, Mom.
Ding, anything you want to talk about yourself? You want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know.
How about some advice for some people, young people? What is your advice in life? What do you tell your kids?
I don't know. I cannot.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
we're here to
We're gonna
talk
bring him
about
back on.
fish.
Yeah. We'll bring him back
Yeah.
on. Don't worry. This is only his first time on.
But when I play bowling, I'm the best. Number
that's
one
right.
in Guam.
He's the best bowler on Guam.
and I can tell
That's
you.
why I got that ring in bowling.
So, I first met Ding when I was kicked out of high school and hanging around the bowling alley.
Oh, man.
Right?
Not this
And
story.
my friend 𝗥𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗧 bowl with him all the time. Scratch bowling, 300 game,
No.
$100 back and forth. Remember Jackie 𝗥𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗧? That was at Royal Lanes and Playland. You're bowling against
Yeah.
him, you know. So I was
Oh,
staying there.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack. That guy was very good bowler.
But he was
That
better.
soprano of Hawaiian that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
He took a lot of money from Jack.
No, they traded back and forth money, but you know, both great. And then the other guys play pool, but he was mainly, like he says, he's the champion. He got the ring for it.
Yeah, he's got time. Just one other thing. I don't know if Ron's going to be upset, but apparently you used to take your kids down to the boxing match down in 𝗏𝗏𝗡 to watch boxing. And your boys loved it, but apparently they loved to get out of the house and go with you when you would go down to 𝗏𝗏𝗡 to watch boxing. Okay, that was just a comment. It's really great to meet you, sir.
What boxing?
Boxing, yeah, the boys love to watch boxing with you down in 𝗏𝗏𝗡 at the old boxing ring.
I am the one who. Oh.
You are a boxer.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say that. Yeah.
So that is why I know to box. I'm okay in. But that's why I want to box and make money because I need tire.
You need a tire for
I
your
need
car.
tire in my,
Yes.
in my car.
So you're a prize
So,
fighter. Like
No
Rocky
training,
Balboa.
no nothing. I went to the promoter and said, hey, you need some boxer? Oh, sir, what's your weight? 105. Oh, yeah, there is one cancel in. Okay, yeah.
Did you win?
But,
Did you win?
Did you win?
oh, I tell you, wait. You got no training, no nothing,
No
right?
training, nothing.
So when I went there, and then they put the towel on me and put the glove. No tape, no nothing, just the glove. And then ready put the. So when I went to the ring, they take up my. Everybody shouting, "Hey, drink, get on there!"
The guy's gonna kill
I know
you.
you're gonna get beat up. Yeah.
Because they know I never boxed. But I need tire. No, this is funny.
Yeah, it is funny,
So,
but
okay. And we fight.
oh, you still went on and fought.
My tower is right there, right? So when we're ready to fight, they take it out and so when I never see even the boxer I fight with. I always close my eyes. I never see him. So they keep hitting me. I just and then my feet are cramped. Cramps in my feet because the ring. It's kind of so. I'm waiting for the ring to bang. But nothing.
You wait
Then
for the bell.
sit down. I was thinking, then the bell didn't. I give up.
A strategic.
Yeah.
Okay, Ding. I think we're in.
Did you get
I
paid?
can continue, but I got cramps in my
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
Did you get the money?
Did you get the tire?
No.
Hey,
You know,
the
it's
promoter's
funny.
still out there with
And
his
then,
money.
About 2 days ago, like a tax collector went to my house. He's asking for the tax for what I make in boxing.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Tax
That was the
collector.
government of Guam tax collector went to his house?
They never
Ipad.
pay me because the shoes I wear, the things I use in the ring, I have to pay for it. It's not even enough for the price.
So you made nothing.
No tire.
Okay. I hear.
I'm pretty bruised. And then when I came, my wife said, "What happened?"
Oh no. Okay, Ding. I hear your family calling in the background, probably wincing a little bit. So I think we need to bring you back. We love you and we love your stories. Can we have you come back again on our show? Will you please come back to our show?
I don't know.
Okay, one day. But I do think we're going to go ahead and give you the 𝗫𝗩𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗀𝗪 prize for being a participant on our show. And there's a red bandana with your name on it out in the lobby. We'll make sure you get one, okay? But thank you very much for coming on to our show today. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Ding.
So
Okay, Senor, let's begin.
we're gonna,
Okay, Ding, let's go. We got some other people. The doc wants you back. You're always here. You're coming.
this is your
anytime
show
you
now.
want.
Actually, we'll get you your
Okay.
own show.
The famous
Okay.
𝗙𝗏𝗏, everybody. Right on. I'll take them over. You get started with these guys.
Maybe we'll sit here and then we'll let them come on over.
Let them get the main seat.
So folks, we're transitioning over now to the beginning of our efforts to bring you information about election 2026. Big decisions to be made and wonderful people that are willing to step forward and take responsibility for our government, to be accountable. And so really pleased, our first guest as part of our gubernatorial, program, Speaker Frank Blas Jr. and President Mary Okada. Please come to the studio. Very welcome.
Hi.
Thank you so much for making time this Sunday. Please have a seat right here. And then, Speaker, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks.
I would kiss you, but I'm getting a cold. I'm going to sit close to you.
Is that the only reason why
But Jeff's taking Ding out. You know, apologize, but Ding has been wanting to be on our show for a while. He loves this program, and his fishing platform broke, and so he didn't have to go fishing today. So that's why we were able to get him on. Sometimes you just have to seize the opportunity, and just like you guys, apparently this week, seizing the opportunity to get people together and get excited about your campaign. This is your platform. We do have questions, but really we'd prefer for you to just use this time to introduce yourself to our audience, which is a specific audience, very independent. I think a lot of them undecided about who to gravitate towards. So
And it's unfiltered.
and it's unfiltered.
So you'll get comments and Doc. I mean, we do try to keep Doc at a minimum. Couple of
I haven't
F-bombs,
used
like
any-
not
I have no reason to do it today.
A certain amount of
I
number
promise,
of
yeah.
drops, but yeah, it's very unfiltered,
Plus I'm
very
sitting next to her, so
just like
Hi,
the
Mom.
way we always discuss, talk from the heart,
Absolutely.
and the way you guys always talk to us, whenever we stop you. So I think that we'll get questions on the air. Folks will ask, just very blunt questions, and like I said, it's very an unfiltered type of discussion.
let's just start with hello.
Hello.
The floor is yours, sir.
Hafa Hour Frank Blas Jr. and currently serve as the Speaker of the House. I've been, this is if I remember correctly, it's about my 7th term in the legislature. That said, I've served a life of public service, and I found that this election, this campaign year, at this point in our lives, this is the proper time and the right time to be able to run to serve as your governor of Guam. I'm very proud and very honored to have as my running mate Dr. Mary Okada as my lieutenant governor, as your lieutenant governor. And together, Mary and I bring experience that has been tested, it's trusted, and it's going to be it'll work for you for a better Guam.
Hafa Day and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Mary Okada. I am the former community college president, serving 30 years with the government of Guam. I do have 1 year that I did serve as the comptroller for the Guam Department of Education, but all my other government experience has been with the community college. At the community college, we had opportunities to expand our footprint on campus, expand programs, build absolutely fabulous new facilities. And I think what's important about everything that we built at the college throughout the past 30 years has been not just building the infrastructure, building the programs, but maintaining the infrastructure and ensuring that it lasts for a long time, incorporating sustainability practices into our design. And, but more importantly, what is delivered in the classroom really is building skills for individuals, those that didn't have a high school diploma, those didn't have a GED, providing students with opportunities to get advanced skills so that they can get better jobs, so they can make more money and help to contribute not just to our island economy, but also to support their families. And so I've loved the work that I did at the community college. I built a great team, and I think it's a lot to say about my commitment, not just to public service, but also to accountability for our government of Guam.
No, absolutely. And I think like if we were to just take it a little bit back, I mean, because the team is a process, right? Mm-hmm. So Mr. Speaker, you had to go out and select somebody that you thought was the right.
Oh, thanks for bringing it up, Charlie, because let me just say, okay, I didn't choose her, she chose me.
And that's the other part, right? So you have to go out and select somebody that you can think would be a good, right. And not so much a running mate, right? But I mean, it's the person that when you're not there is going to make decisions for the island, right? So that's the way that I've always thought of it as the XO, right? If the CO is out or something happens, the XO has to be able to step in. So it's not just anybody that can just step into that role. But then Mary, you also had to sit down with the family and say, what do you guys think about this? I mean, so they were both one on the decision, selecting the person that you think would be a good, but then also just kind of taking it back and saying, this is the right time to pull the trigger on maybe something that you've thought about doing in the past, or maybe you thought going through the, working through the government side on, through the school side, you thought it was you sat on the school board and you saw a little bit of the politics dynamics and everything, and what made you how did this whole thing come together?
So first of all, my decision to run for office wasn't necessarily in alignment with my desire to retire from the college.
Right.
I felt that after 30 years at the community college, serving 18 years as a president, that it was time to transition to a new team and bring in, a different set of ideas and to help facilitate a lot of the innovative practices and the, just building the campus community. So it wasn't necessarily in alignment. So when I decided to retire on December 31st, it wasn't to step in to politics. And that just kind of built over time. There was a lot of discussion before my actual retirement as to whether or not I should run for office, and it wasn't something I was thinking of. But I'll tell you, this man, Speaker Frank Blas, is a very persistent man. If you think I'm persistent, he is probably just as persistent. And people know that many times I don't take no for an answer, but it was important, and he convinced me that stepping out of public service doesn't just end with retirement, that it was really something that if I still had a lot of energy, which I most definitely do, have a lot of energy and have a lot of desire to continue helping the people of Guam. It wasn't a very difficult decision, or it wasn't a very difficult thing for me to convince my family to support this effort going forward. And wow. I spoke to my family. My family has stood behind me for a long time. My husband, David, my daughter Kimmy, my oldest daughter Tiara, and of course her husband Mike.
Was anybody ever on the fence like, Mom, please don't do it? And you don't have to say names, but was there at any point of saying you should think about this twice, or was there any hesitation?
I've always been very supportive. I've always been very supported by my family. And I will tell you, when my husband served as active duty and he decided to retire, he will tell you that when he decided to retire, it was so that I could advance my career. Okay. And he did that for me after serving in the military for 23 years. And when he retired from the University of Guam about 3 years ago, I don't think he expected that between him and my daughter that they were going to be the daytime caregivers for my mother. But they've stepped into that role and have been able to facilitate and, you know, help be with Mom during the day. Because as grandkids get older, they get married and they go seek employment, there's always, you know, who's going to take care of Mom. And I would say it kind of fell on their lap. They've done a really great job in doing that. And of course, my brother Joe and my sister Margaret have supported David and Kimmy during this process. And once in a while, my sisters from the States either come and spend time with my mom, or we take my mom to Virginia to spend time with my other siblings and the other grandchildren that are there. So this has been a family affair, if you would, because my family has been very supportive. I think they recognize the capabilities that I have and the passion that I have about wanting to do more for our people. And we see, you know, through the years that I've had, you know, at the college, we've seen folks struggle. And we really want to help elevate our community so that they can do better, so that those that chose to go away to live someplace else may consider coming back to Guam if things get better. And that's the reason why Speaker Frank and I have, you know, adopted the slogan for a better Guam, because we have the expertise, we have the experience. I mean, I ran the agency for more than 18 years, and I thought I did it with my team very successfully. And so that's been something that, you know, I'm proud of, not just for what I've been able to facilitate, but for the group of individuals that I surrounded myself with to help make things better for the community college.
If we could absolutely, before we end this conversation, come back to the energy and the motivations that drive the both of you to enter into this this campaign. We have strict orders from our captain, Pirate Jeff, to try to be mission focused. And this whole year, Charlie, myself, and the Pirate have been involved in the legislative process probably more than we've ever have. And it's an eye-opening experience, because I didn't know that the Pirate had never testified in front of the legislature until the debate about the business privilege tax. So clearly, people are coming forward to participate in government, and it does revolve around the government budget. It's about how much money the government takes from us in the private sector and what it does with it, because I think we're all willing to pay taxes, although Charlie has become now a tax rebel. And so could you talk to us and maybe talk Charlie out of his rebellious spirit?
Let me ask a question.
Yes, sir. Go.
So recently, it was decided we were going to reduce the privilege tax from 5%. We wanted it to be lower, but somehow it got to be 4.5%. And now the governor is saying she wants to keep it at 4.5%. And of course, we want it to be as little as it could be, 4%. I believe in a sales tax. I don't even believe in this hidden secret tax that a lot of people don't pay because they keep hearing it's supposed to be hidden, right? But how do you feel about that? Are you ready to get it down to 4%?
It's going to go down to 4% by law.
So why is she saying she doesn't want to lose it?
She's making a case. She's trying to make a case for us to be able to repeal that section of the law. It's already law. That says that effective, you know, this year it was they went down.
October, is that when it's supposed to go? Right.
This year was 4.5, and at the start of the next fiscal year it'll go down to 4%. It's law. So other than the Budget Act, there's going to need to be action to repeal that section of the law. And I don't think there's any taste right now to be able to do that. The government right now is experiencing a surplus of cash based on and we lowered the tax rate, okay? And so I think that we can exercise and we can fulfill the exercise by going to 4% without it further harming the income or the revenues that should be coming into the government. Because Jeff, I think that it goes to what Dr. Vince was saying. It's one thing to collect the revenue, it's how we're spending it. And one of the things that Mary and I want to bring to the government is being able to properly spend it, the accountability in this thing. You've always heard about transparency and in other words, but I think here's the accountability of how your money is being spent. The legislature now is going into what is called performance-based budgeting, where you tell me how you're going to spend your money. And if you don't spend your money, okay, then maybe you didn't need it. The discussions that are occurring right now in the legislature, we've got agencies coming in and says, we need the ability to be able to spend excess funds that we had from last fiscal year. Well, wait a minute, if you had excess funds from last fiscal year, but you're asking me to increase your budget for the next fiscal year, why don't we have a conversation to see whether or not we can, I'm going to reduce the amount that you had excess from last year with the amount that you're going to need for this fiscal year.
I think, sir, let's just take the gloves off. You're talking about the Department of Education.
I'm talking about every agency.
Well, but you're also talking about recently the new Education Director, Judy Wanpat, admitting that the Department of Education has had to give back federal monies and apparently have lapsed local funds, and that yet they're still asking for a budget to do good things apparently within the Department of Education. But we are wondering, where's the accountability? Meanwhile, sitting next to me is a young lady who routinely would actually reject any efforts to increase the Guam Community College budget, and when it was cut, she lived within her means and has essentially built 2 Simon Sanchez high schools over the course of her career in rebuilding the Guam Community College to be a shining star of education in the Pacific. Could you talk about procurement? Because apparently one of the things that the Department of Education and the Guam Memorial Hospital is unable to do is work well with others and procure the services necessary and pay for what is necessary to be accountable to the people with these tax dollars. Procurement and the Guam Community College.
So even though people say that procurement is an issue, we're using the same set of rules that everybody else is supposed to abide by. We have a team of individuals. We have a procurement team of 4. Four individuals that do all the procuring for the Guam Community College. Every scope of work comes across my desk when I was there. Every scope of work. Every scope of work goes through the Vice President's desk, goes through the end users, and we usually have a discussion as to what is that procurement. What is the intent of the procurement? What is your statement of need? Why is it that we are procuring those services? And taking a look at the thresholds. Now, at the beginning of the year, on October, or even prior to the beginning of the year, you know what your budget's going to look like because the legislature's already passed it prior to that. The governor signed it into law. But what often happens is that procurement gets delayed through the fiscal year, and when you're up against a timeline and not being able to execute, that causes lapses. So many years ago, we had some professional services, and we've got a whiteboard up in our procurement office. Every single contract, when does it expire? And then you backwards plan it as to when does the procurement need to start, taking into consideration any types of, procurement protest or extensions of, because sometimes vendors need more time to get price quotes or to provide price quotes. And so we backwards plan that. And, I want to use those words because those are military words that I learned from my husband. Backwards planning and always, being able to document. Here's where we are today, here's when you need it. And so you put in your calendar, you schedule it so that you're not slipping those deadlines. So a lot of times the procurement lapses funds because of the inability to execute or to plan for that procurement. So when that procurement goes through, now a lot of the construction procurement is All the construction documents that we have are done by our architectural engineering firm, because that's part of their contract with us. And because we've done so much construction on campus, we've got the template.
Right.
We've got it going, right? But we are very focused on meeting the deadlines, ensuring that the funds are secured, also giving time for any review that may be required by the Attorney General because of the amount of money.
And I think understanding and having a good understanding of how the process should work is very important. Because right now, everybody just kind of looks at it like, we don't know how it works. But having somebody that actually knows how it works and that has gone through it is a positive thing. But I want to go back to the accountability, Mr. Speaker. And, you know, obviously, when we talk about accountability, it's holding directors accountable for their agencies, for their departments, mismanaging their funds, not being able to ask for the help to get more folks to push the procurement process through. The one thing that we've seen from this federal administration, or from the administration from President Trump, is that he's been trying to cut the red tape. And we've seen a lot of executive orders come down from President Trump where, for one example, in the world that I live in, the drone side, he's cut the red tape so that what he's done is, for all the commanders, if you need something, don't go through the procurement because it's a red tape, it takes 2 to 3 years. If you need something to accomplish the mission, you know somebody in the local area for Guam, say for example, if the naval commander comes up and say, we need 10 drones because we want to be able to do this, then he has every right and power to go out and procure what he needs for his mission. I don't see that happening.
This is by presidential order.
Presidential order, right. Could we translate that? Is there a way, is there a mechanism? And we talked about this last one.
Yeah.
The governor went into the hospital.
Yeah.
She physically saw that we need new.
Then she went home.
And
she painted the outside of the wall.
My thing was just as easy as saying, GPA, go to Home Depot, get a new circuit board. We need it. We need to fix this right now.
And then Fernando sat there and told us the AG is stronger than he is. And, you know, Fernando's a big dude. I mean, everything stops in procurement at the hospital and at DOE with Simon Sanchez because of all these boogeymen who apparently are stronger than Governor Liu, who cannot, by gubernatorial order, get GMH fixed. You know, they admitted that they were incapable of fixing the electrical panel because they had burned all the vendors. So they went to GPA John Beneventi 3 months ago after you gave them $80 million to fix the, I'm going to use bad words, the electrical panel, right, that has burst into flame 4 times, right? Governor refuses to use her gubernatorial powers to fix these emergencies. I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the process. And Fernando tells us it's because A.G. Moylan is stronger than him. Are you stronger than A.G. Moylan? Can you get us our hospital fixed? Can you get Simon Sanchez built, overcoming these procurement disputes? Apparently Mary's done it. I mean, if I could just go through the litany of buildings that she's built, why Simon Sanchez High School has languished in tears, a culinary arts school, a nursing school, a student center. What else am I missing? Beautiful buildings. While her whiteboard, what is it called? Project management whiteboard. It's in a dormitory room. Her office is in a dormitory at the top of the campus. This is a leader, and I know you know her, who feeds her soldiers first, who treats her team and her with respect, while she herself waits to her turn. They're in a dormitory room. It's a great office though. But point is, there's no wastage at the Guam Community College on executive perks, while Lou and Josh have been telling us they can't do this, can't do that, because their golf carts aren't charged. The ones they got from Cars Plus during the pandemic. What kind of governor are you going to be?
Well, first off, thank you for bringing the successes of GCC here, because Mary has been able to experience, and the college has been able to experience those successes within the same framework as that GMH and GDOE are in. If she's able to do this and have those successes, having to deal with the same laws, the same rules, the same guidelines, the same procedures, okay, and do this in a lot of times with less money than everybody else was asking for, why can't that be emulated elsewhere? And in this whole process, did you hear that there's a fight between the governor and the AG? Okay?
Or between her and
Or
AG.
it's never ending. So what we want to do is take that model and emulate that model throughout the government. Okay? Charlie, you were at the procurement conference that we had, summit that we had several months ago, that was put together by the committee that I had put together with the legislature. And one of the things that we found, remember there was one portion where they had 4 agencies. It was GCC, GPA, UOG, and I forgot who the other one was. Airport. Okay? 4 agencies that were on the stage, okay, that follow the same rules, the regulations, the procedures, have the same issues as every other agency, but they were up there talking about the successes and how they were able to get through it. And so, is it because of the governor and the AG? Is it a personality thing, or is it a power thing? I think it's more of a personality thing. Okay, because the power exists to be able to do the jobs. Here's a prime example of it. Here's a prime example. So to ask you, are you going to be able to do this? Yes, we can do this, because here's the model right here.
Right. Or be able to, on the business, on the private side, to listen to, a governor, lieutenant governor that are willing to really look at the rules and cut the red tape. Yes. I mean, it's one thing talking about it, and we know what the red tape is. Mm-hmm. Why can't we find the scissors? I don't understand. We all know what the problems are. Why can't we cut it? Why can't we cut the red tape?
And I think that it goes back to one of the core values and one of the core things that Mary and I want to do in the legislature. We can talk about healthcare and crime and other things, but one of the fundamentals and the root causes to a lot of our problems is a lack of communication. We don't talk to each other. We don't allow the communications. We don't ask Jeff. We don't allow 𝗫𝗫𝗄𝗏 to come into the office and say, hey, here's an issue. I've got a suggestion. Here's the problem. I've got a suggestion. We're not afraid of that. As a matter of fact, that's what we want to bring back into government, is that the government serves its people, not the other way around. Not the other way around.
Well, right now, let me just ask you a second. Do you think we have too many government employees?
Yes, we do.
Do you believe in testing for ICE?
Yes, I do.
Why can't you make that happen?
Well, right now, from my role as a legislator, I can only suggest the policy. It is the governor that actually has to execute it.
Well, can't you and the senators come up with laws that say these things could change?
It could, but at the end of the day, it's the governor that signs that it comes into law.
Yeah, and that's when you have your veto and your override and you have everything
Provided
else
she does
involved,
that.
right?
Right.
But to me, when I see the government spending 85 cents on the dollar for labor, there is no money to build the hospital or the prison or any of this stuff. And then we have so many government employees getting raises, and the governor come out and say, gee, things are great here, we've done a good job here. When me as a businessman are fighting and watching my friends and other businesses in Tumon go down the draino, I think it's crazy. And I think that we have made this such an employment state, is all we've done with the government of Guam. And you have so many poor employees in there, and that's why I always consider drug testing should be mandatory. And one guy said, well, they said they don't have the money. I said, you make the guy taking the test pay for it.
You're hearing it straight. You're hearing it straight from the pirate ship. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends and neighbors. Apparently, we've set new records in the last 28 days. Thank you, everybody. 300,000 views.
300,000 views, man.
Wow.
This month.
This month in the last 28 days, and we're looking forward to hitting 500,000. And I don't know where all you guys are coming from. I suspect it's folks in the States, like my Uncle Tony. They're in Phelan, off a day. Hi, Mom.
Actually, almost 400,000.
She's very excited. The producer's very excited. This is going to go viral because, I know sometimes you guys think we're silly with all these props, but no, this is real talk. It's unfiltered, and we're just trying to get to, the end where
bone.
Yeah, we're trying to break the bone.
Break the bone.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm hearing some snapping now because this is new. It feels like new, fresh air to me. This is wind in our sails. If we have people this quality willing to commit to this, and you know, I know Frank sometimes thinks I'm a little, you know, I call him up and say, hey, 𝗀𝗆𝗆 Gutierrez wants to support Mary. You know, he thinks it's not time. You know, that's like John the Baptist.
A little.
But, you know, hey, Carl. You know, what I'm saying here, Frank, is I love you, man.
I love you, too.
And the thing is that
It's a father doing his thing.
No, it's a human
Where's
thing.
my
Because
beer?
I hate to break it to you, but the secret to this relationship is not just the harmony. Can you feel the love? But it's the Notre Dame Mafia. You know, we are in Notre Dame land. And and these guys are Notre Dame Mafia emerged this race.
Doc does have a little sweet side.
Oh,
He's
wow.
being a little
I'm
soft.
not done
Yeah,
yet.
you're being a
But
little soft,
can
Doc. I
you
thought this
speak,
was
Miss
gonna
Mary,
We have to voice the music.
to your sisterhood? Because I saw, I mean, I see love here, but I saw love at some of these meetings that we've had, and these are Notre Dame moms. No, I don't know what. Can you say it before I screw up? Because this
You
is
just screwed up, bro. Notre Dame
Okay,
moms.
I'm done.
Talk about characterization.
I know, but yeah, you brought up the brotherhood, right? The FD brotherhood. I don't think we have the organization
we don't.
like the Notre Dame Mafia.
We don't.
So every month for the past many years, my Notre Dame classmates of 1982, we get together to feed the homeless. And it's not just a matter of preparing something for the less fortunate, but we take that opportunity for us to be together. And it's not difficult for us to be together to celebrate, you know, things that we've done, any new initiatives, share ideas. But we come together every single month just in fellowship and in friendship. And, you know, we've graduated, 1982 is a long time ago. But,
No, it's
you know,
not.
But you know, they
Bite your tongue,
say that when you circle yourself with friends that are like-minded and you're able to speak openly without feeling, you know, that if their recommendation is not necessarily something that you agree with, that you can agree to disagree, it really builds friendship, and we're going to be there for each other. So Mayor Melissa Savarez, Sandra Weekly, Paulino, Yvonne Martinez Cruz, Therese Carlos Santos is always with us, Edith Dizon Perez is with us, Jenny Agigi Untalan. So we get together all the time. And again, preparing food for the less fortunate. And we have fun doing that.
Yeah.
We have fun, you know, putting those together. We get together for Christmas. And it's not just the ladies. We bring our families together so that we can enjoy each other's company. And, you know, once a month is not a lot to ask. Sometimes it's very difficult, but whoever can make it, we always do that.
So, you know, FD not quite as organized. When we have things, people forget to bring stuff. But we have a very active WhatsApp chat, right? And people are able to do what you're saying, speak freely, and support each other. But real serious question, and just in case you're wondering, Notre Dame High School, up in the hills of Talo'fo'fo, probably the most beautiful school in the world, right? The view of God's country. Do you agree? I mean,
I agree.
it is always just serene, clean, and you know that the people there are serious people, right? Unlike FD, complete opposite. So, big question.
Is there
This
music
is a serious question because you guys are serious people. Is there a 𝗁𝗃𝗃 chat? You guys, so you have a WhatsApp chat for like the fun stuff, and then a 𝗁𝗃𝗃 chat for the dirty stuff like Frank's group does?
So no, we don't. We actually have two chats. One is, we call it the homeless crew, because that's our group that gets together. And the other one is labeled the 𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃. So, and we are, you know, like I said, getting older, but again,
𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃.
𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃, because,
Nice.
you know, we share, and it's including those that are across the way, living in the U.S., and we share birthday celebrations with them, new grandchildren that we have. But no, there's no Kaleka chat for us.
His group has it. Don't open it. So if you ever get his phone, don't go there. Hey folks, like, share, and subscribe. This is the big moment. We're going to bring it forward now because in the news just yesterday is the reason why we need leadership, right? And why we need to be, aside from all this love and fun, serious about crime. And this young man here served in the Guam Police Department many years, risking his life, going out and trying to protect the people and enforce the law. I think it was Friday, 3 idiots decided to take matters in their own hands. Can you speak to Micronesian on Korean crime? Can you speak to the FSM government, national government, yet to step forward to acknowledge that this is it is endangering the relationships between the people of Guam and the FSM? Can you speak to our governor not saying a damn thing?
No, first off, we speak to a human that went out and did this dastardly deed. And I appreciate the concern about, in this case, it was Micronesians, it was individuals from Chuuk, and it was Pohnpei, and that the victims were Koreans. Okay. Trust me, it would have gotten the same amount attention if it was a Chamorro family, okay, that was being accosted by 3 Chamorro men. It's the crime itself, and it has to stop. We have to bring back, whether it's from Micronesia or it's from our backyard, it's from Guam, or our other ethnic groups. It's what are those opportunities, responsibilities to make lives better for them, so they don't have to resort to these kinds of activities. Okay, so if we're going to characterize and we're going to place the blame here on one ethnic group over another, Tuesday there could be another incident, and guess what? It's going to be involving another ethnic group. Then what are we going to do about that? Okay, we've got to look at this crime in the community. Not to say that there are efforts and there are things that we got to have to look at with respect to the compacts of free association, that there were provisions in there that should have allowed or could allow us to be able to take certain actions if activities like this were to occur. I'm not going to discount that.
Thank you.
Okay, but what I am saying is that right now, to that Korean family, do you think they care that they were Micronesians?
Yeah, they don't see it.
They don't see it that way. They were victimized by thugs.
Yeah.
They were victimized by thugs. Let's deal with the thug. Okay, where the thug came from and how he got here. Yeah, we'll get to that. But in the meantime, let's deal with it. And that's the result I want to be able to take.
I accept your diplomatic answer, but I lay down that I'm Marshallese, 𝗀𝗂𝗀𝗆. My family grew up in Chuuk, in Moen, and we ran industry there. We have great friends. In fact, looking up in the hills now in Tumaning, I see the house of one of the families we work with, the Mori family, who now are part owners of McDonald's, along with the Azuzu family, right? So there are many examples of people doing well, and this is not to discredit them or harass them or make them feel intimidated in their own homes. The fact of the matter is, at the Department of Corrections, Fred Berdallo sent us, I guess, a plea for help a couple weeks ago, very curious. This show has very impactful listeners, and Fred, we hear you. The conditions at DOC have been inhumane for the last 48 months. Tom Fisher has recognized this as a violation of civil human rights. He threatened a class action lawsuit. There's overcrowding, there's filth, there's unhealthy conditions. It is a federal receivership in progress, right? The only thing we're lacking is Donald Trump to come and tell us what to do. And trust me, you don't want him to tell you what to do, and you don't want him to have to do it, because he ain't gonna do it with a smile. So I suggest that our legislature, which is currently in session, deal with this in an emergent fashion, because it's not for lack of money, it is for lack of leadership. And our governor has multiple times staved off corrective action. And so now we have 300 Chukis, and let's underline Chukis because they are Chukis. These guys 30% of this group is apparently FSM citizen. The other 60% are Guam-born Micronesians. And apparently they don't do a whole lot to uphold the treaty, right? The provisions of the treaty is that you work, you get educated, and you contribute, and you don't commit crimes and don't get convicted. The people at DOC are convicted criminals, most of them multiple times, right? And they are going to get let go because apparently Fred Berdalio has no recourse but to let people go. And so no surprise that these dudes have done this many, many times, right? So I'm sure this spin cycle is going to continue as long as people bleed their hearts. But meanwhile, it does matter that these Chukis and Pohnpeian dudes did it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in front of the Guam Premium Outlet to a Korean tourist family. Nobody should try to water this down as being, it could have been anybody else. And no, if it was Chamorro on Chamorro crime, it'll look just like the riot down at McDonald's. It's not the same. The Korean community is up in arms, the whole Chamber of Commerce and the tourism people are up in arms, and our governor is silent, but not Speaker Frank Blas Jr.
But Doc, but what you're saying, a lot of it, if you peel back everything, it's the process, right? Because a lot of these criminals are repeat offenders. So what is the process of, is it 1 strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes, whatever that is, there is a process for these issues to be taken care of. I completely agree with you. There's no face. It's
But
just
if
crime.
there's no room for them in the prison, what
Right.
are you gonna do? I mean, this is a whole thing. Wasn't there something recently saying that 25 years ago, we started a plan to build a
Expansion.
prison
Yeah.
and do all this? What happened to that?
Sammy Sanchez High School got in the way.
No, it's all a matter of what are the priorities here? And if the prison is become like such a mess and full of drugs and convicting the guards of, being involved and all that, I think we should just go to the feds and say, can you help us? We want to privatize this prison. Or go build a prison in the Philippines.
Or in Saipan.
Or Saipan, right? There was
Anywhere.
There was
But,
a partnership that was going to
The
happen.
whole problem here is we're not dealing with it.
Oh,
And
Rhoda, didn't you bring? Was that?
Mog is, remember they wanted
Yeah.
to put the prison in Mog.
What, but remember, somebody had a
colony.
discussion.
Penal colony.
Yes, we've had this discussion many
And
times.
we can reintegrate, right? Second chance a lot of these folks. Put them in an area, like let's just say Rhode Island. Just saying as an
Australia.
example.
We could send them to Australia.
where they can be productive. Farmers, builders. I mean, we can repurpose a lot of the folks for either second chance, and get them back into society where they can actually be working and making money. But they need a process. They need something to go through in order for
How
them
about
to
we
be-
focus instead on the good kids, right?
I
Good
know.
kids, no matter what Micronesian extraction. There are some brilliant kids struggling in families that are not making it. Their mom got fired from DFS. There are people that have lost their job, and now we're focusing on these dudes who take matters into their own hands and terrorize Korean tourists.
I
We are
bet
spending
those
way
guys
too
were
much time
drunk.
on
I bet they were drunk.
well, whatever they were, they weren't sorry. They will be sorry, in 48 hours when their hangover wears off and they're stuck in jail with 5 other dudes that want.
Oh, will they? Look at seen the rap sheet.
Well, they're going to be down in the Ganya lockup for a while, right? I mean, they're down in the Ganya lockup now, and there's probably 5 to a cell. 70% of the population there are from Guam, and 30% are Chukis. This is not a good situation because that's like 1,200 guys who don't have anything better to do, and the guards are at risk of getting hurt.
Absolutely, I understand. But it goes back to what Charlie had brought up. There's a process that obviously we're not following, or we haven't been able to dust off the cobwebs and see how we can be able to use this. There are provisions in the compacts that like this that Doc had stated, that you come here for certain reasons. If you come here for other than those certain reasons, you risk the opportunity to be sent back to where you came, back to your homeland. There has to be that discussion. People don't like to hear this, but that's like a discussion that needs to be had, and we probably need to start to go back and do that.
I have always thought that anybody that wants to come to Guam first has to have a reason to come here or, something. But they should also put up like a round-trip ticket amount of money. So when they mess up, that money is right there, you're going back.
Like a bond, like a
Yeah.
bond.
I mean,
Like a
for
performance
everybody,
bond.
it could be $1,000, you know, it doesn't matter. But you wanna come to Guam, you're gonna put this up here. If you're good for 5 years or whatever, and nothing has to, you know, be bothered, it's fine. But we're just letting people in here that are already criminals. And then we're trying to send them back there, you know, because it's cheaper than keeping them
It's like
out.
$900
and-
round
and-
trip, $900 round trip to Chuuk.
You know, we talk about money. I honestly think, Marion, Mr. Speaker, that we could actually roll back the BPT all the way down to 3%. There is a plan there. Now, I know Doc was saying that I'm very anti-tax. I don't want to pay taxes. I don't want to get money for the government for anything.
Even better, Charlie.
I'm collecting, I go
Sorry,
to the Treasury
Charlie.
of Guam because I'm trying to collect my $2.69 that they overcharged me for paying online. But it's the principle, right?
Yes.
But we can roll it back to 3%. But if there was a significant improvement in the roads, in the vehicles, in education, I don't mind.
Yes.
I will give you what, you know.
And let me explain something. So back in 2009, the college had a 5-year plan to increase tuition. And we got the students behind us by earmarking a certain percentage of the increase to go to increase the number of programs, increase the number of faculty, staff, administrators to administer those programs, and increase a certain amount for CIP. The CIP, they wanted to see if you increase the tuition, we want to see results of our investment in capital improvement. So we did that in 2009. We did that in 2010. 2011, we put a freeze on tuition. A freeze on tuition that students supported. And we've not raised tuition since then.
It's only 2 times.
Yes, so we did it for those first 2 years. But you can see the results of the increased tuition, how we got the support, and we were able to demonstrate that even though we were going to increase it, but what did we do? We put the money into sustainability so that the power bill goes down, so that we didn't have to increase it in 2011, 2012, 13, and here we are in 2026, and the tuition has not been increased.
Since 2014?
Since 2011. The tuition has not been increased, but you can see the improvements of the campus.
Right.
But it wasn't, and you know, you think about it, if we were going to wait for all the funding sources to build one building, we'd still be waiting.
Yes.
So we leveraged it, we packaged it, we were able to just do innovative technologies. We collect rainwater to flush the toilets. We've got generators that are operational. There are 11 buildings that have photovoltaic panels on them. So we started to invest in energy efficiency so that we didn't have to go back and increase tuition. But that was the investment we made. The students saw the results, and that's the campus we have
That's
today.
exactly
And
right.
that's the same model that exists throughout the government of Guam, that could exist throughout the government.
Theoretically.
That can be.
If you're elected.
The politics
When
are
you're
keeping
elected.
it back.
Exactly.
But hey, you know what? In 2011, this iPhone cost $110, and it couldn't do crap in 2011. Now, I think this one's $700. It can do a lot. So you're telling me that the Guam Community College, which we attended a white ball last year, where the students developed this meal. It was more than 5 course, and it was extraordinary. You were there. The whole thing was just this, you know, it was a very magical night because it showed the full potential of what the Guam Community College and the Guam community as a whole, because you have teachers, professors from all of industry, right?
Yes.
I mean, and Jeff's been a champion for food safety, for customer service. You come here, this is a living laboratory of that at a local level, right? And the same people, the same ethnicities that we are that people disparage for being criminal behavior, they're running Jeff's Pirates Cove. And they're running it to the tune of being a world-class destination where, by the way, the barbecue's on, the food is being served, we've got great specials on tap, the bartender is a genius, Mary's a genius, and Frank's a genius for being with me. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But point being, GCC, with its frozen budget from 2011,
Tuition.
I know, but tuition. Okay, yeah, because you can talk about the other extramural funding, but
Yeah.
but the students have not felt the impact in their pocketbooks, and so you keep the school accessible to even the poorest of the poor, first generation students.
But it was getting the buy-in from the students.
Yes.
To raise
Yes.
tuition.
Yes. Yes.
In order for
But
this.
they wanted to see the improvements.
Exactly, and that's-
year after year, we demonstrated, they participated in the process. So through the governance process, we send out a call for what are the capital improvement projects that you would like to see? Well, we need, better, ramps for students
Right.
with disabilities, or
And-
air conditioning in the classrooms, and et cetera, et cetera.
And it wasn't just during the time where your contract was going to get renewed.
That's
Right?
correct.
So we're
That
in
was a
election. We're in election
continuous-
season now, and you're starting to see the roads getting painted, and and we waited 7-8 years for all this to happen. So, but the other part is, and that's I'm trying to form a coalition or get the community to stop paying the $30 for the vehicle pickups, because we don't get it. So why are we paying something that we're not getting something in return? We don't do it in the real world. I mean, we
Why
don't go.
aren't we getting rid of the vehicles, Frank?
Why aren't we getting rid of the vehicles? It's a very good question, Jeff. We have the ability, and there is the resources, the process,
And the
of how
money,
to be
and the
done,
money.
and the money
I
that
pay
exists.
3 vehicles.
But they don't want us to run the government yet.
Well, I mean, you as a senator,
Mm-hmm.
they're saying that it's your fault.
Everything is my fault.
No, you're like San Andreas.
Yes, everything is my fault.
I believe that. But I believe that as far as these vehicles go, that something could be streamlined, crush them, and make a reef or send them to the PI. But in the meantime, you got cars sitting in Mauricio for 40 years in the same location. And that's ridiculous. And you got the tourists looking at this, and you got the kids playing on dangerous things. And it's all included, like Charlie says, and how many times you register a vehicle? 4 or 5 times. So you're paying 150 whatever for that whole process. And then there was a fellow in Arkansas or someplace who said, who are you saying, Doc?
Yeah, I think his name is Mo. Yeah, Mo and his family want to come to Guam and take care of our abandoned vehicles. So if we can't do it ourselves, then somebody else, it's basically a form of receivership, but he's Hillbilly Mo, and he'll do it a good job, and he'll take our $3.5 million of abandoned vehicle fees that Charlie doesn't want to pay. But hey, you know what? We're running out of time. They're calling us in for grub over at the Pirates Cove, and they're calling you to come on down. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure this episode is all over the world. We want to go global, and particularly hit on our local voters, the people that need to show up and vote. Again, I know it feels like we love them. It's because we love them, but we also love the other candidates who are going to be coming in over the next couple of weeks. And we do want to demonstrate to all our other teams out there that this is the kind of pirate treatment you will receive. Again, we're friends to everyone. We want the people of Guam to know they have good choices, and we'll try to provide a fair forum for you to speak on. I hope these 2 candidates felt that they were treated fairly, and probably we should give them the final word. Is that appropriate, Pirate Jeff? They need to send our folks out there maybe a goodbye that explains why we need to vote for them.
Go ahead, Frank.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Well, first off, thank you very much, and thank you for to the watching and viewing audience for being here with us. And if you catching this in a later broadcast, thank you as well for wanting to watch this. Mary and I have thrown our hats into the ring, for lack of a better term, to be the next governor and lieutenant governor of Guam. This doesn't come as a very easy decision, but we feel a very necessary decision. Mary and I both have the experience, and we've been tested in many instances on dealing with issues, maybe not at the magnitude of a government-wide, but enough to be able to know what it would take to be able to make those proper decisions and to lead this government the way it should be, to lead this island the way it should be led. I always like to end my speeches in this way. As Mary had told you earlier, she saw me as a man of persistence, that I never stopped asking her to consider running as my running mate for lieutenant governor. But along with the persistence was the prayers. There was a prayer to God that, God, please help her to make the decision to make us run together. So God had answered my prayers. And now that He's answered my prayers, with Mary and I, we're going to be able to help you answer yours. So please consider Frank Blas and Mary Okada as the next governor and lieutenant governor of Guam.
Nice speech. Mary, say something for us?
Sure. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you, Jeff and Dr. Akimoto and Charlie, for allowing us to come this afternoon to share our thoughts and our ideas. Frank and I approach this election as a election of our passion and our love for our island. And we really want to make Guam a better place for our families, for your families, and for the generations to come. So when you step into that ballot box, whether it be the primary election on August 1st, we humbly ask for your support. We are willing to work very hard for you, and we focus on our energy and accountability, because that's what our people deserve. 𝗬𝗪, thank you again very much, and have a wonderful afternoon.
And that's Ding went to fight in Adalu, right? And he put his head down
Just to get his tires.
just to get his tires. I mean, I know you guys are going to be fighting straight on right ahead. And I think going into 2026, we've asked a lot of folks. We had a lot of conversations, personal, friends, and everybody. And we say that every year, every election period is a very pivotal moment. It's a critical moment of where the Guam is heading. But I truly believe, and everybody who has been through several elections feel that 2026.
Everybody get one?
Okay, everybody gets one.
You get to play our game.
We get to play our game.
And just like Jeff, you get to vote for yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so we're giving OSATs to who?
Everybody, you guys,
Everybody,
you're
make
gonna
sure.
have to be
Yeah,
challenged
we have a budget
Okay.
now.
because
Wow.
you are all on the game. So,
Oh,
This is like Krzyzewski. You ever played
okay, so
Krzyzewski?
what are we supposed to do here?
Did you,
Well, you're supposed to
see
vote for
the,
Marcel,
independent
just so that
poll
shows that
there?
you're all-inclusive.
Which independent poll?
which independent poll?
Oh,
There
that
were several.
marketplace.
Put Charlie in the first place over there.
Yes, by the way, folks, thank you for voting for Charlie Hermosa for governor, but we do have somebody who actually really wants to be, I mean, again, that's right, this is still controversial. So hey, love the tension, everybody pay attention. As we go on through the week, we're gonna find out what Charlie's true motives actually are. But we know what these two, we know a little bit more about them. And now we're gonna play our game, if our producer could explain it to everybody, just in case.
so we've been playing this game, and everyone on Guam can play along because there's an app where you can shift the tide and encourage people to come out and actually vote. And so it's a habit-forming game, basically. Now, we're being sustainable. Nobody write on the cards. Basically, the game is you give a +1 or a -1 to any of the candidate teams there.
Oh.
Well, and then afterwards, to help people understand how and why you can vote. Why do you vote? What is the reason behind it? And so this gives a different perspective. Obviously, it's challenging because you guys are all on the cards, but that's okay. It helps people understand how they should vote. So what will happen is, once you select the +1, you can award any person on the card, and you would hold it up and just say, this is why we gave this point to this team. And then the same concept for the -1 as well. That's it, and then we can have either Doc, Charlie, or Jeff go first, and then
You
the
go first.
candidates can also.
Okay, show us how it's done.
With that, oh, with the,
Show us how it's done, Charlie.
Be sure to hold the cards up high so everyone can see and understand how to play the game.
so go with my +1.
You can start with your +1,
Okay.
and then the picture of who you are.
I'll hold
Okay.
this picture up. Which one, who's your +1?
So I'm gonna go with Speaker and Mary as my
Ooh,
+1.
Way to
And-
suck up, way to suck up.
No. And that's the reason being is because I think it's what?
No, I'm just saying, suck up.
No.
They're sitting here right next
Not
to us.
sucking, no.
Yeah.
And this is the reason being is because it's not easy, trying to get out in front, understanding the dynamics of the show.
Or even coming down here to
And-
Jeff's bedroom.
Right, no,
That's
what I'm
already
saying.
a little
So,
creepy.
I think that a lot of it has to do with the grassroots. I think a lot of it is being able to talk openly, even though they might have been a little afraid of what you were gonna say, Doc.
Admit it.
I think you were a little
You're
nicer.
a little worried,
You're a little
right?
nicer than I expected. I thought you were gonna be a little bit more
Me?
hard. Yes, but
Yeah, you
but yeah. So that, so my
Yeah.
plus one is
Okay,
Frank and Mary,
whatever.
because they did, they took the leap of coming down here. And,
Oh,
And,
now he's coming out.
Yeah, now he's
See,
coming-
when
yes,
he's
yes.
talking.
so that's one.
What's your negative?
My negative one continues to be Senator St. Augustine. He hasn't revised anything to do with the minimum wage. I think that if he continues to push that through, it's not the right approach. I think with different language, with a little bit of understanding the dynamics of what the business community is going through right now, and then understanding the other ways to be able to support those who are not meeting the needs of have enough funds to be able to buy food and pay rent and pay power. There's other ways to be able to come through that. So I'm still gonna hold him on my negative one. He's still my negative one. So, but I am seeing a lot more signs, which may be a plus one next week if I see more signs.
Then you're gonna have to vote for Josh and Tina because their signs are big.
Yes.
Can I go next? Okay, I'm gonna go negative first because I want to go positive last. So my negative is to 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 and 𝗂𝗫𝗃𝗏. I mean, I did attend their nice rally downstairs last Sunday after the show. Full disclosure, and I mean they had a great attendance, but they really didn't bring any new ideas. And this is just going to be a friendly reminder to EJ. I mean, unfortunately, if you're going to speak first, and I know you're nervous, and this is your first time out, but dude, you're going to have to practice more. You know, you're a coach for a national team, and it really felt like you hadn't asked people for an opinion about how to speak in front of an audience, and a lot of people walked out on you. That was a tough thing to watch because there was a lot of money spent on that rally by the beach, and you know, by the time you were done, I mean, a great number of people had walked out the door, and so again, I think Guam does one thing really well, and it does its politics well because it includes everybody. I was sitting with a friend from California, and he was amazed at just how many people were engaged, how many people really cared about the process, and so this community takes its politics very seriously, I feel, and they do it in the right spirit. And I'm not criticizing you, EJ, for being there. I mean, I think you show up and your family, and you know we love you. But again, Tony, I'm going to knock on him is as vice speaker, right? And I hold everybody accountable. But as vice speaker, you need to step up and start making certain that the laws that need to be brought out come out. And I have great concerns about the delays that are going on. With things that we feel are necessary. And also, I think your office needs to speak to the issues that we're seeing now with the FSM government. And so we expect 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 to speak directly as a Guam leader against FSM criminals, convicts being detained at the Department of Corrections on Guam taxpayer dollar. That needs to stop. And we need Tony to step forward. You can't just smile. You got a pretty smile, but you need to start doing stuff. And between the two of you, you get the negative from the pirate show. So we do pay attention. My positive, and see, I'm going to be consistent, and I got to pull it out here because it's important. Did you steal my thing? It's Charlie Hermosa and Jeff Pirates Co. They're my plus one, and I think folks, you know that Charlie, he's the only guy who can rock a baby blue blazer, besides Mary, but he rocked the baby blue thing, and then I don't know how he got Jeff to wear a baby blue, what is that tank top, and you know between is it AI? And so folks, you just need to know that this show is unfiltered, it's real. We matter, you matter, and get us to 500,000 hits this afternoon. We want to rock the world. Rock the world. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Who's next?
Jeff?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, my number one, the same as last week.
Wow.
Our guest
You're
today.
really coming
Oh, yeah,
over.
he did go.
And after listening to you and whatever you says comes through, I think you'll both be great.
Thank you.
My minus is the same as Charlie.
Oh, no.
I do not care for 𝗬𝗂𝗀𝗆𝗆's business techniques, thinking about him.
It's EJ.
Whatever. EJ.
Oh, no.
Whatever, having him do anything in the name of the people scares me. Now, Tony Atta, his dad's my buddy, Ben Atta, right?
Yes, sir.
And I know they're gonna be the last ones to let me down, but I'm not keen on the candidacy.
Okay, you can, either one can choose.
I'll go first.
Go first.
So my -1
Uh-oh.
is for Marcel. He's consistently on this poll, and I think at some point he should either come forward and say, I'm not going to do this, so that we can actually have real votes and real numbers. And if it is your desire to continue, then come forward and say so.
Way to go, Barry.
My +1 is going to be for Frank and I, because I believe in our team. I believe in the work that we can do. We believe in accountability. And so my +1 is to our team, because we are out on a listening tour. We hit the ground running a couple days ago, and we've been listening, and people have actually been giving us really good feedback. And so I appreciate having that type of engagement with folks, so that we can hear you one-on-one in small groups, because it is meaningful for us in order to serve you well. So that's my +1. Thank you.
I guess I'm last. All right, well, my +1 shouldn't come as a surprise, is the team of Mary and I. And I tell you, I'm so excited. You know, Mary and I have recently started our listening tours. That's what we call when we meet with our constituents, those individuals that we ask to vote for us. And seeing the energy and feeling the energy and listening to her, and to the ideas that she has, and to listening to the comments from individuals after we talk. There's an excitement that's there. There's genuine concern that is expressed, and there are people that now truly want to believe that something is finally going to get done with the government. So I believe, and shouldn't come as a surprise to you, that my #1 is with Mary and I. Okay?
And your minus?
My minus?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I'll do it this way, so that everybody knows, sees it before they do. Where's their signs?
They've got a couple.
Where's their signs?
Oh, them. Oh, yeah.
This is the sign.
That's
the
Of the time.
Yeah.
We don't believe in signs. We
It's
think
the sky. The
signs
sky
are
is
pollution.
baby blue.
I had to be.
That's their sign.
I had to be in Jeff's bedroom as a to be able to find out that they're running.
Well, we're one of those slow-moving movements, okay?
Yeah.
And we're mainly independent-minded.
Yes.
That's our OJIS.
Yes.
And we're hoping the
sky
laws will change
and the sea
before
are our
the election,
signs.
so we could win.
So it's nothing to take away from the baby blue jacket, okay?
Nice.
Or you know, I
This is
like
our
how.
first this is our first
You ever
negative.
notice
This
how
is our
Jeff-
first negative.
How Jeff
Get used to it, buddy.
sports the red, white, and blue. Okay, it's a different way of doing that now, Jeff. Red, white, and blue. I like that.
Yes,
Thank you.
Okay,
yeah.
but it's still a negative, because where's the sign?
Wait, what? Why? Yeah, okay.
So I,
Point well taken, sir. Point well taken. Yeah.
so I would like to just maybe close up by saying, Frank and Mary, this is the FAM team.
Oh.
Frank and Mary stands for family. And we are truly honored to be able to put forth our candidacy for governor and lieutenant governor. Please support Frank and Mary and our family of Guam.
I love that. And now it makes sense because you have a lot of people in the comments here. Viva fam. So now it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know, we have some people who have asked, and I just wanted to make sure, Paris, and she's in the comments as well. She said she wants to know, how can they support your campaign trail? Like, where do they go to support you both?
Okay, well, first off, our headquarters, just, okay, I'm sure you're going to appreciate this. It's the old Linda's Cafe, so there's no competition from there. Okay?
Thank you.
Is the former Linda's Cafe in East
Your
Tigana.
family.
I'm happy to see you fixing it up. I
Yes,
really am.
yes, okay. We have a website that went up, okay? The Blas, it's blas-okada.com or blasokada.com that you can visit there. And I think you'll find us on Instagram, on Facebook, and as we start to wrap up, you'll be easy to find. But like one of the first place is our new campaign headquarters in East Tigana.
When are you going to open that?
Our grand opening is the 21st.
Okay.
Oh, any TikTok, Frank, or you gonna put any reels? Are you gonna put any reels out there, or?
There's been talk. And,
Okay.
You're going to have
Okay,
to do
good.
that.
Yes.
Well, we can give you a lot of suggestions. I think. that
Could we confirm or deny the rumor that you will be reopening the Linda's Cafe kitchen and serving their famous chorizo fried rice for people that come in?
Unfortunately, unless you're going to come down and cook.
Well,
it
I
for
know
us.
some culinary arts folks that might be able to help.
But you know, the guy who's
restart the
always,
effort.
I've heard him talk a lot on social media.
Him?
That he wants to be able to cook the corned beef fried rice to show that he's got more skills than just being a doctor and a pest.
I'm just telling you what I'm hearing on the street, man. The Linda's is going to be reopened for business.
Well,
For the fam.
Linda's is reopened for business for the family.
Yeah. We can always barbecue out back.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
And the big question, final question that everybody's asking is, do you all know the Hafa Hour dance?
Oh, yes.
The Hafa Hour
Oh, thank you.
dance?
Yes.
you heard that song?
Have you been
Have
practicing?
you heard the
Half
song?
hour done.
I've listened to some
To the
of
song?
the song, but I've not seen you do
She's done
the
her
dance.
research. She's done her research. See that?
Do you like the song?
And Frank is looking bewildered.
That was
I had to
made
do that.
in England by 𝗂𝗃𝗧𝗏.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Tiggs.
So is this one of the ways that we, even as Guam living on our island, this is actually being produced co-remotely, and people on Guam can stay on Guam and bring their talent out into the world.
Can
Oh.
you show us the dance?
Yes.
Yes, me and Charlie are actually
Okay.
been practicing for you. So
Okay.
I think she's actually going to play the song now.
So we're gonna play this.
And they're going to do it live?
Yeah, we're going to do it
Yeah.
together. Yes,
We'll
yeah.
close out the show.
Yeah,
this
that's,
right.
because the Super Bowl's tomorrow.
Okay.
We need to get into that festive spirit. So thank you, Mary, for asking.
Yes.
We almost forgot.
This
yeah.
is the Guam
When do
version
we
of
start
Bad
praying?
Bunny.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we're the Jabberwockies.
When do we start praying?
Praying? Playing.
Praying.
Praying. Oh, you should start praying now because she's finding the song, and just start loosening up. We like to kind of do shoulders first,
We are gonna have
and then
a,
down to the knees.
the beans and barrels. We are gonna open up tomorrow for a Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shameless
Okay.
plug. Beans
Yeah,
and Barrels,
sorry. Yeah,
located
I-
in Mighty,
The old pokey fry, or
Yeah. What is that
Beans and
area?
barrels signify.
near the old
Coffee
Pokey
and-
Fry.
Oh,
coffee
coffee
and
and
wine.
wine.
It used to be
And
Club
wine.
Yobo, was it?
How about,
What was it? Club?
beer
What
too,
was
right?
Oh
it?
yeah, beer, of course. Yeah.
Audience participation. Was it what club was it before?
Cosmo.
Cosmos.
Yeah.
Cosmos. Thank you.
And I will say for the folks that knew it as Cosmo.
Welcome to Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy!
Yeah, they go in the
It
back.
was a strip joint.
Ahoy!
And it's kind
We
of scary. Yeah.
prefer to go to the dance hall. And so
Gentlemen's club,
cue the
gentlemen's
this is,
Gentlemen's Club.
yeah. No, we're more inclusive
Okay.
now.
Oh, I got to see it.
Welcome to Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Welcome to Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy! Ahoy! Aye. Over Adai Guam, Hear that I come alive. From just Pirates Cove, we sailing for what's right. Captain Jeffrey Pigwell keep the compass true. Andrea on the map. Guam directory coming through. Tigs with the signal, save our startup loud. Doc Akimoto on deck, AMC proud. Leaning close, let the real talk run. How good nyam to man. Everybody has one. No vision this ship. No fear in our eyes. Raise the sails to the truth. Watch the whole place rise.
I have many bedrooms.
Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Sing it from Guam sauce for true 𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗧, yeah, we deliver. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered.
Cardio. Okay. Are we off? Okay.
Everybody now, Guam Unfiltered. 𝗬𝗘𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏 𝗬𝗘𝗙𝗏𝗏 Talo'fo'fo in the reading. This one's for you. 𝗵𝗵𝗁 in the room. 𝗬𝗫𝗎𝗍 we ask real questions, make it crystal clear. 𝗬𝗫𝗪𝗀𝗏𝗏 Camacho names in the race. No banners on this deck, just truth to face. Independent pirate party, stand firm, stand tall. Continue to continue, answer the call. Clap, clap, lean in close, let the real talk run. 𝗥𝗘𝗖𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏 everybody has one. No hush on the ship, no fear in our eyes. Raise the sails to the truth, watch the whole place rise.
A long time is still long.
Yes.
Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy, sing it, don't filter it. Guam sauce for true seekers, yeah, we deliver it. Guam Unfiltered.
We're a party down here.
Everybody now, Unfiltered.
Yes.
White ladies breach when the
There
night
was
wind
one
blow.
basketball
Truth
game,
don't
too,
scare when the truth
where
must show.
Kimmy was
Chief got out and
blocking,
Matapang strength we carry on. Sarina
Nicolette
in the tight scene.
and picked
Guam
her
sing
up.
along.
They were grabbing the ball and she picked her up and burned
Basketball's a
her.
non-contact sport.
So, but that was,
Bye.
she wouldn't let go of the
see ya.
party. Yes, I heard this song. Yes, we gotta find out what these guys are doing.
We're going to be on the Liberation Day parade.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, no, it is a great idea.
Sing it, don't filter it. Guam sauce for true seekers, yeah, we deliver it. Tune into Hafa Hour Guam.
Maybe you're a pirate.
Right? Or we could pair up with that bird from Jamaican Grill.
With Finadini?
We could, yeah, that's the thing. We could make Finadini and with the guy from
Yaman,
Yaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we'll see. The sky's the limit, Governor and Mrs. Governor.
Gotta have fun sometimes.
Everybody wave.
Wait. Bye. I hope you caught most of Ding's interview because
A few moments later.
Time to go.
Story is told in a different way. Sometimes I hear the same birds singing from past weeks, telling of their adventures since last seeing each other.
Welcome to Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy! Ahoy! for a diagram. Hear that I come alive from just Pirates Cove, we sailing for what's right. Captain 𝗏𝗏 keep the compass true. Andrea on the map, Guam directory coming through. Tigs with the signal, save our startup loud. 𝗥𝗍𝗏𝗧𝗏 on deck, AMC proud. Clap, clap. Leaning close, let the real talk run. 𝗥𝗘𝗖𝗘𝗏, everybody has one. No whoosh on this ship, no fear in our eyes. Raise the sails to the truth, watch the whole place rise. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy, ahoy, sing it unfiltered. Guam sauce for true seeker, yeah, we deliver. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Everybody now, Guam Unfiltered. 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗦 Santa Rita, 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏 Talo'fo'fo in the reading. This one's for you. 𝗪𝗵𝘁 in the room, 𝗀𝗵𝗫𝗀 We ask real questions, make it crystal clear. 𝗬𝗨𝗀𝗃 𝗏𝗂𝗪 names in the race. No banners on this deck, just truth to face. Independent pirate party, stand firm, stand tall. Continue to continue, answer the call. Clap, clap, lean in close, let the real talk run. 𝗥𝗘𝗖𝗘𝗏, everybody as one. No hush on the ship, no fear in our eyes. Raise the sails to the truth, watch the whole place rise. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy, sing it, don't filter it. Guam sauce for true seekers, yeah, we deliver it. Guam Unfiltered. Everybody now, Unfiltered. White ladies breach when the night wind blow. Truth don't scare when the truth must show. Chief Gadao and Matapang strength we carry on. Sarina in the tide sing, Guam sing along. Continue to continue. Independent pirate party. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Hafa Hour Guam Unfiltered. Ahoy, sing it, don't filter it. Guam sauce for true stickers, yeah, we deliver it. Tune into Hafa Hour Guam.